Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. Now today's vehicle is a 2006 Honda Ridgeline that is currently being used as a work truck, and it definitely hasn't been cleaned for years, if ever. So let's have a look at it. All right, so taking a quick look around the outside of this truck, and it doesn't take long to see why it's earned the disaster detail status, as it has clearly been worked hard, as the entire thing has a nice thick layer of dirt on it, along with a whole pile of dirty snow. The wheels are absolutely filthy, and the tailgate is so dirty you can't even see the paint underneath it. So it's clear this truck needs some serious work. But moving to the inside now, and this is where the real disaster is, as everywhere you look, it's a complete mess. The carpets and seats are stained from years of abuse. There's caked on dirt covering nearly every surface, and if it's not that, there's all kinds of nastiness waiting in the center console. But just before we jump into the video guys, take a quick second and subscribe to the channel. I post a new video like this every week, so make sure you've got the bell on too, so you actually get notified when those videos go live. All right, well, I've definitely got a ton of work ahead of me to get this truck cleaned up and looking new again. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the transformation. All right, so while I start on the pre-wash rinse here, I figured I would give you a bit more of the background on this vehicle. So when I was chatting with the owner when he dropped it off, he was telling me that he obviously uses this truck for work, but what's super interesting and unique is that he works as a farrier. And if you don't know what that is, it's someone who specializes in the hoof care of horses. So basically he puts horseshoes on horses and cares for their hooves. So besides the unique job, this truck gets driven and used a ton, as it's got over 525,000 kilometers on it, or about 326,000 miles. So it's really no surprise that it's in the shape that it is, but the transformation it makes by the end of the video is incredible, and you'll also get to see the owner's reaction to it, and it's a good one guys, so make sure you stick around to the end. Okay, with the tailgate sprayed off, I'll get started on the pile of ice and snow in the box. And if you're wondering, yes, I did go and turn the hot water tap on for this so I could cut through it a little bit quicker. And once I had, besides the spilled package of McDonald's sweet and sour sauce, I ended up finding a whole bunch of horseshoes too. Now, another important step with a vehicle this dirty is to get the underside sprayed off, as there will still be a pile of dirt and road salt under there. So if you're curious as to where you can get one of these undercarriage sprayers, I've got the link to it down in the description for you. Now, getting the truck covered in some nice thick foam, I'll go around with my Detail Geek boar's hair detail brush to get down into all the crevices around the exterior. And if you've been thinking about picking up some of the highest quality brushes on the market, now is the time, as I'm running a huge sale for Black Friday on the entire Detail Geek Auto Care store right now. So make sure you check it out at detailgeekautocare.com. Now, with the truck dried off, I'll turn to these super dirty floor mats, and I'll first start by spraying them off with the pressure washer to get all the dirt and debris removed, and then using some all-purpose cleaner, I'll hit them with my medium green drill brush to finish them off, which works great for rubber floor mats, as it's just that little bit stiffer than the soft white ones and can easily get the grime removed. Alright, so it's time to start on this nasty interior, and obviously this is where the bulk of the work on this truck is going to be. So after removing the front seats and center console, you can see it's pretty gross in here, so I'll get to work removing the personal items first, including a couple more horseshoes, and then for all the garbage, I'll go ahead and grab all the big stuff that could clog my vacuum and just toss it. Now, as I work my way around the truck with the vacuum, I just wanted to quickly remind you again, in case you hadn't seen it yet, that I recently posted a day in the life video on the second channel, the Detailed Geek 2, and I also posted a steam cleaning compilation video just a few days ago, so make sure you guys head over there and check those videos out. Now, one thing I always do, and especially in a vehicle that's as dirty as this, is use a detail brush around all the trim and every crevice, because there's a ton of caked on dust and other grime all around this truck that needs a little bit of agitation to get loosened up and sucked away by the vacuum. Now, getting started on the driver's seat here with some carpet solution and my Detail Geek soft white drill brush, I'll agitate a few times in both directions, and despite it not even being the dirtiest seat in the vehicle, there were still a couple of spots that didn't budge after the first few passes, so it was clear to me that a little more agitating power was going to be needed to get all those stains loosened up. So after making several passes on the seat, I went ahead and repeated the process and switched over to my medium green drill brush, which was easily able to get those lingering stains loosened up. Moving to the upper portion of the passenger seat here, and every time I get a vehicle in with dirty seats or carpets like this, it's always a bit of an unknown as to whether they will come perfectly clean. Now obviously, because it's not always just dirt that I'm dealing with, could be some other kind of stain, but fortunately my carpet solution and drill brushes really haven't come across a stain in a seat yet that it couldn't get out. So if you want to pick up some of the lightning fast carpet solution that I use, The link is down in the description for you, along with nearly every other product and tool that I use. Moving to the dirtiest seat in the truck now, and this is where having my medium green drill brushes really comes in handy, as it's easily able to get all the dirt and grime loosened up. But the important thing here is that it does it without damaging the seat in any way, as the yellow drill brush brand ones can easily damage carpets or seats if you use them too aggressively. So if you're in the market for drill brushes, the link to my Detail Geek Auto Care ones is at the top of the description for you. And now is a great time to buy. As I mentioned earlier, I'm running a huge Black Friday sale on right now, so head over to detailgeekautocare.com and check it out, and be sure to snag one of Mike's favorite ultra plush drying towels before they're all gone. And for those couple of pieces of gum you can see that didn't come off, I'll be hitting those later on when I've got the steamer out. Now as I suck away more of the dirt and stains with the Bissell here, I figured I'd explain a little bit of the process I follow when extracting carpets. So like I've mentioned before, I only use hot water in the Bissell, and I keep spraying water until it's coming through clear. But you'll also always see me extract the carpet from at least 2 different directions, as carpet fibers generally lay in one direction in a vehicle, like back to front. So going over them in multiple directions will ensure that I can get them as clean as possible and that nothing gets left behind. Here's the entire bucket full of filthy water sucked out of this truck, along with a nice layer of sludge at the bottom. Gross. Now with the truck as dirty as it is, using the steamer is going to be the fastest way to get all the caked on dirt and grime removed, and despite these floor vents being underneath the console and never seen, I'm still going ahead and cleaning them because it's just not in my nature to leave anything dirty. Basically my philosophy when detailing is that if I can see it, so can the customer, so I'll do everything I can to get the vehicle as perfect as possible. Now for the super dirty and grimy pieces of center console I removed earlier, it's once again easiest to use the steamer for them because it makes such quick work of things, and it's honestly just a ton of fun to use. So if anyone is curious, the steamer I'm using is a McCulloch MC1375 and is very reasonably priced for how incredibly versatile of a tool it is. The link is down in the description for you if you're interested. Okay, with the interior perfectly clean now, I'll grab a microfiber applicator pad and start applying a nice thin layer of 303's aerospace protectant, which is going to leave all the plastic trim UV protected and looking incredible for about 4 to 6 weeks. Alright, with the paint perfectly clean and prepped now, I'll throw a finishing pad on my polisher and get a coat of sealant applied to this truck. And one thing to keep in mind when removing it once it's dried is to use a quality microfiber towel and ensure that you're flipping the towel to a clean side every panel or two. Otherwise, you'll likely end up leaving residue all over as the fibers eventually get full and you'll just be pushing it around on the paint. Last step here is to dress the tires with some Car Pro Pearl diluted about 2 to 1, leaving them with a deep matte black look when it dries.
How's it going?
Not bad, how are you?
Good, good, come on in.
Had your work cut out for you?
Oh yeah, this was a bit of a disaster. But yeah, she's looking good now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I really got to start fixing it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doubles as a work truck in my run around with family. The outside is so clean. Oh. Wow, it doesn't smell like manure anymore.
That's good.
My goodness. Well, even the seats feel good.
I got all the stains out of there for you, so.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Wow. And you see how much stuff was spilt on the back, eh?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Isn't that something? Oh man, thanks a lot.
Yeah, you those?
Thanks a lot.
Right? Yeah, enjoy it.
Okay, thanks man.
All right.
We'll see you.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, and 14 hours later, and the Honda has been brought back to life and it's looking incredible. Have to say, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out considering where that started. The truck was an absolute mess. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on future videos like this. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.